Hello, this is Nigel from Importing Riches, and today I've got some tips for you to importing your own containers into your country. Now, the first tip is hire the services of a customs broker or someone like someone that will clear your containers for you, and they will process the containers before they arrive into your country. So you have to give them all the documentation, and then they'll process that container. So then they'll alert customs of what's in the container and organise the necessary duties and the legalities behind it. So all you have to do is just to pay them their fee and the duties on the goods, and you're pretty much good to go. It's up to them to make sure that everything's seamless. So just hire the services of customs broker, and there's lots of them around. It's a very competitive industry, so they'll definitely, if you're a new client, they'll do their best to accommodate for you. Even if you're small, that doesn't matter, because one day you'll grow to be a big company, and if they show you loyalty in the beginning, then you're likely to stick with them. Second tip I can give you is if you're just don't get intimidated by the actual container themselves, like the size of the containers. When I first started importing, I imported like a 20-foot container, and what you need to consider is the actual transport costs of the actual container to, say, come from China. That's your biggest cost, because if you're ordering items that cost $5 each, and you can pack 3,000 to 4,000 of those into a container, your profit in it is really high. So even though you're going to outlay 15 to 20,000 when you first start with, it might seem a lot of money to get a whole container of the stuff, but if you've got something that you can import for $5, and then I'm going to sell that for $50. See, so when you outlay 20 grand, you're going to get 100 grand back. So it's all relative. So it may seem a bit daunting because you're getting a whole container of goods. What are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put it? Just focus on the return on investment, and how much the items are costing you to land it, and how much you're going to sell it for. And then obviously you multiply that by how many is in the container. So it's all relative. It's just a matter of scaling up as you go. If you're going to import in the container load, it's going to be a lot cheaper as well. So if you can, try to import in the container load, and start with a 20-footer and then go to a 40-footer. Again, it might seem like $20,000 a lot of money, but you've got to look at your return on investment and how much you're going to get back. If you go out and spend 20 grand on a container and you're going to make 100 grand, and you can do that within a month, and all you do is just repeat those steps. The next month you just get another container, the next month you get another container. So don't be put off by the size of the volume. I mean, I had my stuffed in the basement, I had them in storage sheds, I had them in other people's garages. I didn't have a physical location to drop the container, so I just dropped it out the front of my yard. I wasn't even allowed to do that, but I sort of made a deal with the people that were dropping the container yard, that if I could unload it within a couple hours, I'd give them a carton of beer, and then they would pick it back up within a couple of hours, because I wasn't allowed to drop containers on the street level. But there's a way around it, so don't be intimidated by that. So they're my tips today. If there's anything that might interest you, or you're getting into importing, it's an excellent way to just start off small and work from home as you build your business and find new products. It can easily blow out to be a full-time income where you know, you can really pretty much take over your full-time job. Within my first year, I made over 300,000 in my first year, and it was just because I found an item that was really hot at the time, but I didn't realize how quick that it would actually take off. And before you know it, I was doing it full time. I had to leave my day job to fill the orders for the importing I was doing on the side. And within my first month, I made more than I did in my full-time job for a whole year. So you can imagine how excited I was. If you want some more information, just head over to importingriches.com.